What's going on, guys? Welcome to Mog Golf, and in today's video I'm going to be walking you through how to create space in the golf swing. And I want to start by throwing up a video of arguably the greatest ball striker of all time, Tiger Woods, and I want to show you what I'm talking about when I say creating space and dropping. What you're going to notice in this video of Tiger is that he drops and his pelvis works backwards, which gives him all sorts of space for his arms through the strike to deliver the club. And my coach and my mentor always says great athletes need two things. They need time and they need spacing. And a common issue I see in a lot of everyday golfers who struggle with ball striking is they A, don't create any time, and B, they don't create any space because their pelvis kicks in as they start to pull backwards. And from here, we get jammed, we get stuck, and nothing good happens. And so I'm going to walk you through a couple drills today that's going to help you create more space so that you can move better and hit the golf ball better. So we're going to start with a very simple drill. I'm going to grab my alignment rods, and all I'm going to do is place it a few inches behind my tailbone. Now, in order to drop and create space, we have to have a few rules for working through this because it's very important that we do it correctly. And the first rule is if I turn to the top of my backswing, now we're to draw a line on my forehead straight down to the ground. When we drop, we want to make sure that we don't drop towards the golf ball and through that line, okay? We want to drop downwards, okay? So my head is sliding down as my pelvis works backwards. This gives me space. When my head goes through that wall or that line, I've essentially lost my space, and then I'm going to want to early extend to try to create space through the strike. And so step one to learning how to drop is alignment rod behind your pelvis, club across your chest, and I want you to feel taller in the backswing, and then we're going to drop the pelvis back as we drop, and then we turn. Now I have all this space for my arms through the strike. And something that's really cool is when we drop and create space, we also create forward shuffling. When we stand up and extend, I can't create any forward shuffling because I get further from the golf ball and I have to reach it by dumping all my angles. So once again, pelvis back, chest forward, all of a sudden, we can create a lot of forward shuffling, early extend, no forward shuffling. So that's one reason why it's very important to drop and create space. Now, the second reason why it's important to drop and create space is because it allows us to rotate through the strike. If you notice, most early extenders at impact have square hips, square shoulders, and their arms are pretty much locked out. It's not a very dynamic movement. Now, if we look at a swing like Joaquin Niemann, or some of the best rotators on tour like Victor Hovland, at impact, they're super rotated. And what do you notice in their golf swing? They dropped, keep that pelvis back, and create a ton of space. So back to drill one. This is going to be your first drill to help you learn how to create space. You're going to take an alignment rod, put it behind your pelvis, club across your chest. It's going to be a few inches off your tailbone. You are going to turn and stay tall, and then we're going to slide our head down the wall as we create space, and we're going to turn to impact. And then step two to this drill is going to be waggle, turn to the top, drop, create space, and hit one. And I don't want you to worry about how you hit the golf ball. We're going to clean up the contact. This is going to be the first step in helping you create some more spacing. Now, something to keep in mind. When we drop and create space, you may fat a couple shots your first few swings. And the reason for that is because in your old swing, you stood up and extended, and you had to essentially dump this right arm to make contact with the golf ball. Now you're dropping and creating space, and you're probably still dumping the right arm, which is going to make you hit it fat. And so you can actually work through this drill with a split grip, and it's going to allow you to feel keeping this right arm bent all the way through the strike. So I'm going to work through it one time with a split grip. We're going to go up to the top. We're going to drop, keep the right arm bent, and hit it with rotation. I don't want you to worry about how you hit it when working through this. This is just a drill that's going to give you a feel for how to apply it to your golf swing. So I'm going to work through it one more time. Split grip, up to the top, keeping the right arm bent as I turn and hit it with my rotation. And then I'm going to finish with a couple reps trying to put it all together. Turn to the top, right arm stays bent as I drop, and I turn. And when you work through this, you can almost feel like this right arm is skipping a rock through the strike, not throwing a rock into the ground. We want to drop and skip that rock down and across the pond. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you found it helpful, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me out. And if you're interested in online lessons, please visit moggolf.com.